Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing good and looking forward to a bright, sunny Sunday. Today, I want to talk about um, art and entertainment and black and brown in relation to that. So, I follow the news from Mexico. I hope to live there one day, split my time between there and here. Um, And because of that, I try to stay abreast of current events over there. I read the news in Spanish to stay fluent in Spanish and, keep it polished so that I can talk to Mexican people from a university, in the campus, anywhere. Um, I want to I want to build bridges, and that helps me do it. Reading will help you build bridges, makes you a better communicator. And so the most recent article I saw in regards to arts, entertainment, and black and brown was out of Mexico. It was the news, and they were saying that this indigenous Mayan musician composed part of the score or the whole score, but part of the music score in the movie Wakanda is his music. And the article was saying that he's getting his just recognition now because of this, and that we should go check him out. And this is the Mexican news, and it ends with, we're so proud of him, Viva Mexico. In addition to that, I'd been seeing articles celebrating Tenoch Huerta's inclusion in the movie, and the inclusion of cultural consultants that were indigenous Mayan people. And just because they consulted doesn't always mean they listened to them. Sometimes I've seen government bring people in, listen to them, and then do what they were going to do anyways. But they could say, hey, we consulted with them. And so I don't know how much they listen to them, but the news articles I see are really positive and excited that, indigenous Mexican culture is being celebrated and opportunities are being given to people from that community. In Mexico itself, with this woman, I think it's Yalitza, she's an indigenous actress who has been in Hollywood lately and, coming up. And it's very empowering because indigenous people in Mexico had always been looked down upon. In Mexico, the equivalent of the N-word was the I word, Indian, but in Spanish, it was derogatory. It meant you were less than, your more sophisticated European counterparts. And so the news media that I see in Mexico around these indigenous actors being given opportunities in movies has been celebrated, well accepted, and well received. Unfortunately, I haven't seen the movie. I do get asked to go a lot of places and do a lot of things. A lot of people want to spend time with me, and yet no one wants to go watch Wakanda with me. I don't know why. I'm going to go watch it, though, in the D-box seats with 3D and enjoy it. And so what I find interesting there is that it seems the folks in Mexico are really excited and celebrating their people's inclusion in the movie. Whereas I don't see that same excitement on this side of the border from a lot of people in street subculture. I've heard folks say they're appropriating our culture. And it's the same folks I've heard saying, well, we don't get the same opportunities that other races do. And so I think there's a disconnect there between, second and third generation Mexican Americans and people in Mexico. It appears they're both looking at this same situation a lot differently. And I guess that's just my observation. I'm not saying one is right, one is wrong. But when I hear folks on this side, complain about the movie, our culture is being appropriated, it's not being well represented, At the same time, I'm seeing the news in Mexico celebrating that consultants were consulted, that these indigenous actors are being given opportunities of a lifetime. They're putting Mexico on the map. They're representing Mexico well, and Mexico is proud of them. My next point on the entertainment thing is, you know, I remember when Tyga made this song, you know, everything on YouTube was about Tyga, it seemed. They was just coming into all my feeds, and, you know, I saw that there was an uproar about it. You know, it felt like, you know, folks felt like he was mocking the culture, and I don't disagree. You know, I thought them being upset about it, initially I thought it was an overreaction, but I did come to see some of the point. At the same time, I believe that our own self-importance makes us have to go around offended at everything everybody does because we think we're so important. And once you recognize you're just, you know, you'll go back to dust at some point. If you travel, you'll see millions of people who don't even think about your neck of the woods. And you'll realize how insignificant we all really are. And you won't be as offended as much. But, you know, I did feel like he was kind of mocking, and, you know, there was this backlash against it. At the same time, yesterday I saw this this interview, which made me go look up a video. And I think the dude is D-Smoke. He's a black guy out of Inglewood, and he made a video called El Rey, which is sampling from Vicente Fernandez, El Rey. And, you know, the one, Y sigo siendo el rey, that one. And I thought it was really sharp for this black dude to pick up on that. He's like, man, when I'm at the fights, when that verse comes on, everybody sings it. Everybody sings it. And so he picked up on something. You know, he saw there was magic there. And he tapped into it, and he came up with this song. And he released it on Mexican Independence Day. And in the song, you got Snoop and some other folks, you know, saying, you know, much love to the Latinos, and in particular, the Mexican folks on their independence today. And I think, you know, I saw it as a tribute. And there's a part I think is actually really beautiful. The video stops, and it gives this Mexican man an opportunity to say what he thinks Mexican Independence Day means to him. And he does it in Spanish. That was a highlight of the video. The music and the beat is dope. The chorus from El Rey, the sample, it is sick as hell. And then the cherry on top, the icing on the cake is, at the end, he says, you know, Happy Independence Day to the Mexicans from us. And then you think he's going to say to you, but he says from us to us. And that was a really powerful unity message. And I think I criticize a lot, but where I see good, you know, I give credit where it's due. You know, I'm always criticizing the government, but at the same time, I might say, you know, we are responsible for not teaching, you know, youngsters how to apply for Pell Grants and loans and take advantage of those opportunities to learn more about the greater world. So that said, I want to elevate that video. It's called El Rey. It's from D-Smoke. He's from Inglewood. He did it in partnership with a vato from Inglewood. You know, and, you know, this Black and Brown team made a pretty dope-ass video. So I hope you guys check that out. And I'll try to check out Wakanda pretty soon. So that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was trying to highlight the positive. Had to call out the negative a little bit just to, you know, show the contrast. But there is a lot of good out there too. So that video it's really positive. So I hope everybody has a good day. Enjoy your Sunday. And let me go see what I get into. Oh, trying to come up with a rap just to be funny. So because I saw the thing, so here goes. Check out the channel. Pinche Know It All is the handle. Fuck, I already messed it up. Kicking more knowledge than a whole panel. I had a dope ass rap, but I forgot it. And it actually wasn't dope because it's like a line ends in a rhyme. A line ends in a rhyme. And I'm trying to make it tight. So I'll come up with a short intro verse for this just to be funny and entertaining. I don't trip off blowing up the channel.